Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's on the Tape, Season 24, Volume 2. You can't believe how many times I've attempted to do this introduction. It's been a few times, so if I laughed at the beginning there, I do apologise. So What's on the Tape, we're here. So this week, I'm running really late, so I've got a couple of games. We're going to have a play, we'll have a chat as usual, do the usual thing, and have a little chat, and then we'll go from there. But I got a couple of these PC-12, so 6 minutes each side instead of 7.5 for a 15-minute one. So this is somebody who's marked it up as 14. We've got Starion, or Starion. We'll go Starion. Monty is Innocent. We've got the controls on there. We've got a lovely tape there, TKD. So we got that one as first one. I picked out the pile. And then on second one, we've got number 16. We've got Wriggler. And on the other side, we've got Booty, because basically I love playing a bit of Booty, so let's have Booty this week. But Wriggler, I wanted to show you Wriggler because I actually have Wriggler. I bought this one recently. It's not the most expensive games, but it's not the cheapest nowadays. It's quite nice though. So this is Wriggler. I like the cover. I'm just move that out of the way. So I do like the colour on this one because there's some music on it. It looks like original music bonus if you've got a robot. A Roman Tech robot. I don't have one of them, unfortunately. But I quite like this one because the screenshots aren't screenshots. They're actually drawings. So it's like you've got a race in the scrubland, the basement, and the hell. Basically, this belongs to Andrea Griffiths. So that's who originally owned it. I didn't realise that. There we go. Dungeons and Other Planets. I love this because this game is all about running through. There's another game on the other side. I hadn't even realised that. I must try that at some point. But anyway, this game's about... it's like a marathon with worms. Imagine a marathon with worms where a worm goes through the level. So, yeah, it's quite a good one, that one. I quite recommend that one. Somebody else asked, though, as well, whether or not I could show... I can't remember who it was. Sorry, I didn't... I'm not very good at reading comments. I do occasionally go through them. And then I have the best endeavours. In 2 weeks, I'll do them in a row. But anyway, somebody asked whether or not I could do what I picked up recently. So I'm going to show you the things I got recently. They're all kind of between 5 and 10 quid for the most part. That's roughly where these actually land. So I've got this one, which is, I think, is going to turn out to be a variation of, what's it called? Caterpillar, millipede. You know the one where you shoot. Centipede, even. Caterpillar. The new game Caterpillar from Atari was extremely boring. It munched on leaves for ages. So I think that's what this is. I think this is a millipede. So I got that one recently. I mainly got it because I like the cover. It had been reduced by the person selling it many times, but I like the cover. I like the kind of angry sort of bug on the front of it. It's kind of cool. It's called Beetlemania, the angry beetle on the front. Then I got this one because I remember picking it up as a kid, and it was, look at that cover. I mean, seriously, a teenage boy wouldn't want the cover like that. But this is actually a re-release of a game called Mr. Weebs? Something like that, Mr. Weebum, and the She Vampires. Basically, you go around hunting vampire ladies as a little nerd guy. And there's a lovely little picture. I probably can't see it from there, but there is a lovely little picture of the sort of the face of the vampire girls that you're hunting. So I got that one because it's a nice re-release, and I wanted it for my collection because I remember buying this particular one years ago. I also picked up some random ones, no idea really what this is going to be like. I picked up Surf Champ. This is this is quite expensive. Sorry, not inexpensive, but not expensive. Surf Champs. Nothing to really see with Surf Champs, just the box. I like it because it's new concepts. It's a different one that I haven't got. I don't think I've got any brands by New Concepts. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing that. It's this whole digital thing going on here, and a bit of paint work, a bit of paint artwork. I'm a sucker for art, and I kind of like it when it's sort of doesn't really match the era. So that's sort of 70s. Then we got this one, which is Mirrorsoft, which is King Tut's Treasure and the Count. It's educational arcade action. Well, I always like a bit of educational arcade action. So I got that one as well. That wasn't cheap either, but it's quite nice. quite nice to have. I don't know anything about it, but again, it's another one I'm looking forward to trying. At some point, I'm going to be able to play all 4,000 or 5,000 games that I've got. It's going to happen. Someday, I'm going to have played them all. Then I got this one, keep missing it, and now it arrived, and I got it for £10, which is West Bank, which is based on an arcade game where your doors open, and you basically press sort of 1, 2, or 3 to shoot the bad guys or leave the innocent people alone and collect the equipment. It's been eluding me for a long time, but no longer is it eluding me. So West Bank is there. It's good. It's a good game actually on the Master System. It's a really good release on the Master System. And then I also got the Hit Pack. This is I think it's Hit Pack 2 or Trio. They call it Trio. It's Hit Pack. I think it's Hit Pack 2. And this basically comes with all the games. Bar this one on the corner here, which is only available on, I can't remember which machine it is. So you only actually get 3 games for your Trio, even though it's 3 games, 4 games on here. So, but yeah, I kind of like that one. I'm kind of like the Hit Pack one because it came with that free game, didn't it? There was a bit like Gauntlet, but with soldiers. It was quite cool. Right, okay. Without further ado, I'm gonna go with this one first. I'm gonna get this one into a tape drive. Okay, the tape is in the drive, so we'll go down to our favourite, which is Basic, when he gets to it, Basic, and load dit, or low speech marks, and we'll push the button. This is Starion. Do you know something? I'm sure there's something about flying. I know it's about flying through space. I know it's Melbourne House. I remember it had a lovely picture of the ship in vector graphics on the front, which is pretty cool. And then I don't remember much more than that, to be honest with you. I think it's quite a favourite of most people, though. Most people like Starion. I don't think I had it back in the day. If I did, I was basically in this position where I didn't really understand how it actually worked. But that's not what we need to talk about today. We need to talk about the Spectrum. So if you haven't seen the news, it was only a couple of days ago this news was released. The company Retrogames Limited, I think it is, Retrogames Limited, has decided to make a new ZX Spectrum. Well, it's not a ZX Spectrum, it's called the Spectrum, a bit like they did with the A500. Nothing happening there. That stopped. Like they did with the A500, the Mini, was it 400 Mini, the Atari 400 Mini, the Commodore, the Commodore 64, the C64 Mini, and then became Maxi. And they basically decided that they're going to make a Spectrum one. I didn't see it. I didn't think it wasn't coming, if that makes sense. I kind of realised it was coming, and it was going to be a thing. They've decided to go with the rubber keyboard rather than the plus one. I guess the rubber key is probably easier to make with the simple membrane keyboard and dead flesh keys. I suppose it's probably easier to remake that shell than it is to probably make the plus shells, because obviously there's more. Well, to be fair, it's cheaper, but I think it's going on for sale for $89.99 UK money. I don't know what that is in the US. Probably about $100. And of course the US market won't understand it at all. It might sell well in Europe though, because the European market did actually understand the whole thing. Anyway, but it's being created, it's recreated. Now, here's my feelings on this. I want the Spectrum to live forever. And I genuinely do. I think that this is going well. That's not loading at all. It's doing something and then not loading. Right, okay, let's see if we can get played as ZX on this. I want the Spectrum to live forever. I don't know about the rest of you. I do want it to live forever. I want it to live in the minds of the younger generation. My daughter already knows about the Spectrum, but I want it to kind of live forever. I want it to be a thing. I don't want it to just be a novelty item as well. I want it to be something you can use. Now, it seems from what I've read, initial specs, that it can load tape files,
TZX files. It can load all these things. I assume with an instant loader. I assume it's going to give you the sort of Spectrum interface as well, because I saw a thing that said Retrogames 2024, like the Spectrum thing that loads on the normal Spectrum. I'm going to guess it's obviously emulation. I don't think it will be the original hardware as such. And this is where I think that the purists out there amongst you, and I mean, I guess, am I a purist because I actually load all the Spectrum? Maybe. Do I love it? Yes, I do. There is a requirement to upscale your machine and change it to HDMI and all kinds of stuff to get it working, and then have tapes and then maintain your machines. Whereas something like that comes off the shelf that you can buy in Argos, I don't know. There are other machines out there if you really want to get into this that can't spell Starion, by the way. I've just spelled station. Station. Starion. There we go. Starion. There is a patched version. I don't know what patched version means, but we'll go with that one. Yeah. So I don't know. I think this is purely. I will get one. I've got every machine that they've bought, that they've made so far. The Retrogames people. I've bought every version of them, from the Commodore 64 version to the Mini 64. I'm quite like mini ones. Play Starion tape from the start. Okay, well we are right. Okay, so is it doing something here or is it not? What are you doing? There we go. Carry on. That's better. Anyway, I've bought all of those minis. I like all those minis. I like the Amiga one. I was hoping it was the Amiga they were going to do for Christmas. By the way, I was hoping they were going to do the A500, or I would hope they'd do the A600 form factor for it if they were going to do it. But I don't know whether they will or not. No, I like this. I like the 600 form factor. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it because it was small, more compact. You lost a few keys and whatever else it is, but I did always quite like it. But I am hoping that I guess this is another one of those things. It's what they tried to do with the ZX, the infamous ZX Spectrum Vega. The Vega itself actually is alright. Do you know that it's nearly 10 years ago since that came out? It's 2015 that came out. Almost 10 years. And the Vega itself, the production run of that, all the things that went on with it, and all the managerial problems, which of course also included the split, which kind of created Retrogames, and the original company that made the Vega. I can't remember what the name of the company was, because I think it's Paul Andrews' company, wasn't it, or part of it. But anyway, that split occurred. That's why we got the C64 Mini, blah 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 blah. But the Vega was an attempt to get a console onto the screen. They didn't do HDMI. They should have done HDMI. They had this weird little console pad. It was one of the last products, though, to feature Sinclair's actual authorization and his name. They had the licensing for that, which is great. It was fantastic. But then they were going to do the handheld version of the Vega Plus, which should have been a no-brainer, by the way. That should have been the simplest thing ever, considering at this point in time we already had many a console coming out that could emulate the Spectrum. You could do it on a blooming Android device, for God's sake. You could have done it on that. There was plenty of other devices that could have done that. I don't know what the meal was that were made out of it. I really don't understand that one to this day. And then they failed to make the Vega. I have a Vega shell in my house. I got one of the ones that was saved from the stock, and the money, I think, has been a part of the process was returning some of the money to the people who lost out, who'd invested. Funnily enough, isn't it weird? I invested in the original Kickstarter, but I looked at the Vega Plus and I went, I don't fancy this. I don't think it's going to happen. And I don't know what it was in my head that did it. I feel I shouldn't feel anybody who put the Vega Plus in. I'm dreadfully sorry you lost your money on that one. But at the same time, for some reason I was like, I don't know why I don't think this is going to happen. The pitch didn't seem right to me. There was something wrong with it. So I have now, I mean, obviously I got a shell. It cost me £15 for the shell. There you go. That tells you a lot of it. But I've got one of the shells because it's a Sinclair product and I couldn't go without having it in my collection at least. I wouldn't pay the silly money that you can get for the ones that were released. But the release of the Spectrum, I think, is a good thing. I think it gives us the opportunity for people to play. It comes with 48 games, not 1,000 like the Vega did, or the Vega Plus that they promised, which didn't actually have 1,000 games on it. It gives you an opportunity to play on a ZX Spectrum on a modern day screen with those Dead Flesh keyboard and relive your childhood a little bit, and hopefully encourage some kids of new to try and use it and try and program on it and do all the silly things, because you can do that on the Commodore version of it. I assume you could do that on the 400 that they made, but obviously it's a mini version. I'm going to assume they're going to do full version at some point. I kind of like the idea of it all. I mean, obviously, it's like the ZX Spectrum Plus. You can hate the idea of it, but at the same time, it's still a ZX Spectrum underneath. The core of it's a ZX Spectrum. You're still got one. Look at that, it's spinning. That's the ship you get on the front cover, by the way. But it's still a Spectrum at the end of the day. You're getting a Spectrum. You're getting. Oh, we've got tuition. We'll do that in a minute. But you're still getting a Spectrum. Yeah, you've got to think of. Press the key when it selects. Oh, right, we can do cursor joystick. Right, okay. Decelerate, climb. WC. IP. Ends the laser. E's accelerate. Q is decelerate. Yeah, that makes sense. Beside the top buttons. And then we just have to push Q when we get to it. Status report is R. Okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this on the keyboard. I'm going to press the key when this gets over the top of this. Right, okay. We'll do tuition. I don't know. I mean, I know there's the Omni, which is obviously a ROM. There's so many things here that could possibly be a good and a bad thing. I'm going to suggest that this is... This is all right. I think this is a thing. We need to do it. I know there's people saying that they don't want to back it because of certain people involved in it. I would disagree. I think that their information's just a little bit wrong on some of the management. I've read that a few times about this goes back to that. Do you remember that silly woman who did the YouTube thing with the rats? Can't remember her name. Kitten lady, Octavius Kitten, but she's not Octavius Kitten anymore. She made a fuss about right, that really didn't work. Let's press 0 to commence submission. Please select the grid to solve a problem. 1. Date. 1. I think I'm going through time now. There we go. Lovely. There's the... Got him! Zapped him! So there was a whole thing about, what was it? Horace and sexualizing him, and the IP had been bought by somebody. I'll be honest, I didn't get the full ins and outs of it. It was all right. But yeah, there's a letter E. Oh, I remember this. You had to collect letters, don't you, to spell something. Let's slow down. There's another alien here. I need to move a bit faster. He's right above me. He's shooting at me, soon past me there. I can see him in the grid thing at the bottom there. They look a little bit like... Sure it was... Was it C? Or maybe I got the wrong button here to go up and down. Oh, C. Oh, God, it's C. No wonder I can't go up. I'm trying to home in on him. I can't move up. Yay, got him. Where are you? He's on top of me, isn't he? Yeah, he is. He's on top of me. Here we go. Ah! The games we used to play back in the day, the vector graphics are amazing. Were amazing. God, it's so responsive. Probably too much so. I'm a crap starfighter, look at me. Yes, got it. Right, where's the next one? There's one there, firing at me. Solving a problem with extreme violence. Got it? Got it, I think. And there's another one here. Got it. And another one. There's loads of them. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of I think all he did was just ask her to take down the videos, by the way, of Horace being sexualized. So I think that was the general gist of it. Yes, got it. E. That's right, because you have to change time by getting the letters, don't you? That's exactly it. I'm sure the first one's Bible though, for some reason. I don't know. Was I right? Am I right in that? I think it's Bible, isn't it? And there's an I. Yeah, there we go. I'm sure it is Bible. There we go. I'm going to shoot that one. Here's a forming of another character. Yeah, it is. It's Bible. I knew it was Bible. Why was it Bible, guys? I suppose it's sort of 2000 AD or whatever it is. The years, maybe? I don't know. There we go. And I've died. And I died that quickly. That was fantastic. We just did that and died. Yeah. So anyway, we'll not get into the politics of the spectrum. All I'm going to say is that for £90 you can relive your childhood, and I'm sure that they'll discount it shortly. They all seem to be. Have we also seen that the Atari is this now? So there's an Atari 2600 Plus, which allowed you to play the old Atari games, and the 5200. So the 2600 and the 5200 you could play in this thing, and now they've done an Atari 7800, which allows you to play 2600 games and the 7800 games, and it comes with a cartridge that goes with it. It's kind of weird, really. All these things are coming up, and they're kind of remaking them with HDMI. As I say, my feeling on this is that it's good to keep them in the public eye. I want to see them there. I mean, the thing is, if you go on Steam, you can find the Jeff Minter collection, you can play the Llamatron games. They're good to be kept in the public eye, aren't they? They are. If we keep throwing them away and keep sort of gatekeeping them with, oh, you aren't playing it on the original hardware, you're never going to get people to play. When I play a game with, this is totally different to what it says on it. Or maybe it isn't. It's maybe a Monty is innocent. Would it start with escape? Possibly. Don't know. Anyway, the point is that if we keep gatekeeping them all, then we won't get everybody else to play them like we used to. And I don't want it to be a thing that I want kids of nowadays to say, oh yeah, I played that Spectrum game. I played Hungry Horace. It was blooming brilliant. I played Jetpack. It was awesome. It was a great shoot 'em up. I mean, imagine that on a little 8-bit machine with 16K of RAM. I want them to strive for what we managed to fit into little bits of memory. so that we can create better programs and better software and understand the gameplay loop. I've heard this recently, and I think it's a great way of describing things. Gameplay loop. The gameplay loop back in the day was very much, it was driven by two things. It was shooting down the aliens and getting a higher score, and then your mate had to go, and then you all had to go against each other. Nowadays, it's done by online scoring tables, which of course get hacked occasionally. But the point is that that's by online scoring tables. I'm sure that if you, I don't know about you, but if I play a shoot 'em up on the old sort of PC, I sometimes look at the global score to see where I feature within that global score. Usually like 2 millionth, but do you know what I mean? I still look at the global score to see where I feature in the whole thing. I can't. It's the draw. It's one of the things that's there. Everybody wants to be a little bit competitive about it, but being competitive about hardware ownership and whatever else doesn't really help the Spectrum stay in the limelight. It doesn't stay alive, does it? We lose it in all of that elitism rather than anything else. We should be definitely encouraging it. So the fact that the Spectrum is going to appear, it's mainstream. It's in Smith's Toys. They're already advertising it. I wish there was a bit on the Retrogames website. I haven't checked recently, but it was only about 3 or 4 days ago they answered this. And the point is that it's on the Smith's Toy store. It's there to buy. It's there from November. It's a Christmas gift for your dad if he's sort of my age, or granddad, depending on what it is. It's just brilliant to bring it back. It's the feel that's there. That's something to relive, and also it's more convenient. It's modern day technology. You can plug it into your normal HDMI TV. That every single TV now has just HDMI on it. You can barely find a socket for the things that are there, and it's all very nice people creating things to connect it to, but this kind of this resolves the object. I see that the ZX Spectrum Omni has recently got a board, so it can go to HDMI as well. So that one's real hardware. That's really weird. That doesn't, whatever that is. I don't think it's Monty is Innocent. I said Escape. What would that be? Monty is Innocent? I'll have a look. We'll do it on PlayZX. Blue PlayZX. So, but yeah, we're in a fantastic time. Fantastic time for things. The fact that we can put these emulation devices into it. The fact that you can play an Amiga, like you used to play an Amiga, and you can play with the music as well. Oh, the music on the Amiga was just a fantastic thing for me. Oh God. Play it. Monty is Innocent. We'll put down. Does it say Escape when it pops up on the screen? No. Yeah, it does. Oh, okay. Weird. Right. Anyway. Yes. So no. I'm all for it. I'm cool with the mini idea as well. When they did assuming they're good quality ones. There have been some crap ones out there. That's gone well for a start off. There have been some crap ones out there. The thing is, I've typed in Monty, and you know what I want to play more than anything else. It's not the Monty is Innocent. I can see Monty Python's Flying Circus. I love the anyway, but I can see Monty Python's stop. Monty is Innocent. Play. This may be a cut-down version, which might work. I don't know why it says that, because it's the Spanish version, isn't it? It doesn't really matter as long as it loads better. It's quite a long loader. Anyway, So I'm a big fan. I think that we should be embracing this. And as I say, I've got minis for everything. The only thing I don't have that I really wish I had was there's another. I've got an Astro City Mini, which is the Sega one, which is brilliant, little arcade version. There was the Astro City R, I think it was, which is the upright version. I really would like that as well. This doesn't look like Monty. What is this? Oh, it is Monty. Oh, I don't know. This looks weird. Anyway, that was PlayZX, by the way. At the Astra City, and there's a Taito version that does the arcade games as well with add-ons, but that's really expensive. That's a couple of £100 for the unit itself. It's really, and I don't want to pay a couple of £100. What I want to pay is I want to pay maximum of £100 and have that done. So that those ones bug me because I'd love those in my collection, but I just can't bring myself. The problem is when I bring myself to buy them, they're going to be really expensive. It's a bit like the Neo Geo did a joystick which you could get with 20 games built into it. That's about £150. Don't want to spend that. The Capcom did a double joystick with 20 games in it. I don't want to pay that for the Capcom joystick, regardless of whether it's got Sanwa parts in it. I know it's got Sanwa parts in it, but I don't want to pay that because it's nice, but I don't want to pay it. And then, but then of course Neo Geo did one, didn't they? It was about 100 and something odd quid. And now I'm a big Neo Geo fan, so I was like, I have to have the Neo Geo one. So I got the Neo Geo one and one of the extra joysticks. In fact, 2 extra joysticks. The Neo Geo little mini turned out to be garbage. The processor they put in it was rubbish. The resulting effect was the image was distorted, and they did a really poor job of it. They did a crappy job of doing it. Why would you do a crappy job? It's not nice. Don't do that. It's not what we want. PlayStation Mini. Remember that one? Great because people could hack it to put stuff into it. Terrible because it was actually only had a poor selection of games on it. Most of which, there was some good ones. There was Tekken 3 on there, but most of which were pretty poor, and the rendering on the screen was awful. They could have done so much better with it. So there can be a bit hit and miss with minis, is what I'm trying to get at. But so far, the ones from Retrogames, the people that they've made, they tend to be of a solid quality. The C64 Mini, the C64 Maxi, the VIC 20 Maxi, the 400 Mini, the A500 Mini, all of these thus far have been of very decent quality. A machine that you could actually live with and not worry about and plug things in and get things to work. They've been all very good in their sense. I think though that if you've got computers, you really do need to have keyboards. I'm sorry, we do need keyboards. We do them. I mean, I get it. They try to do it. They do virtualized keyboard on the edge of it. It's almost like a double sell. It's like, see whether it sells well to begin with, a small version. See if they'll take it for £100. Will they take it for £120? Yeah, probably is the answer to that. But at least the Spectrum's coming out with a full keyboard to begin with. It saves time. It gives us. I'm excited about it. You can tell I'm excited. I've just spent the last 25 minutes blooming talking about it. I am excited about it. I am excited that they're doing it. I'm excited because it's another product another Spectrum product that's out there that is for us to play with. An easy way for us to get games on. This is what I have to say. When I'm doing the What's on the Tape and we happily play these games and whatever else it is, I don't expect you all to load them all. If you can emulate it. Go for it. Stick it on your PC. Load up Fuse. It's free. And put it on your computer. Play it on there. Relive a bit of your youth. Relive a bit of your nostalgia, or show somebody new something. Show your kids what you used to play. That's the importance of it. It's to keep it alive. It should be in the public consciousness. I found it really amusing. I was talking to a that's really loud. I was talking to somebody else about Sir Clive Sinclair, and I was saying he was a great inventor, but he's gone out of the public conscience. You talked to the other day about Sir Clive Sinclair and the inventor that he was, and the developments he made, in reducing size of chips, small calculators, wristwatches, all the things, the miniaturization that put at the time Japan to shame. They weren't doing the same as he was. He was one of the pioneers of micro sort of development and small computers and whatever else is. Plus, he loved the idea of beautiful design. And I think it's a shame that he's no longer in that public consciousness. He should be. I've got coffee. I hope you have. I've got beverage. I absolutely love coffee. Coffee's the best. Oh. Oh, that's lovely. Right, okay, let's play the Spanish version of this. Oh, Monty is Innocent is not Monty. Monty is Innocent is the Stoat one. I've got to remember the keys, though. What are the keys for Monty is Innocent? Yes, we've been arrested. Yeah, I forgot this. This is the Stoat. This is not Monty. This is the Stoat. What's the Monty is Innocent keys? Yeah, because he's trying to break him out. I'm going to Google the keys because I can't, because I actually want to try this. It's been a while. Monty is Innocent. Yeah, because not Monty, is it? It's the. Yeah, it's the little Stoat fella. I forgot this. This is Sammy the Stoat, isn't it? Or Sam Stoat. Right, what's the keys? What are the keys? What are the keys? Come on, what's the keys? Instructions, that'll do nicely. QW left and right. OK up and down. P to pick up. Right, let's go for it. Right, so we have to get in. Yeah, I know. So we have to break in. And he's basically trying. Look how fast he moves there, though, with his head. Because you can't see his feet. Looks like he's moving really fast. Watch. Right! Really fast. Oh. What? Hang on. Okay. Hang on. Oh my god. It's too fast. It's far too fast. It's very, very fast. Sorry about the shouting in the background, by the way. I think my son was decided to smash things up. Smash up the sink, yes. Just for fun. Autism's great. Do you know why? I mean, most people wouldn't be so upset with this, but this is the entire reason. This is that he's not allowed to watch the not washing machine, but the dryer isn't going on because the washing's gone outside to dry. And I know it's pretty wet, but it's too big for the dryer, so it's gone outside. Amazing. This is very quick. I like the full graphics though. Oh god. Try it again. We're never going to. Monty's going to have to just rot in jail at this point, I think. Go on, Monty. Great Escape is the music playing, of course. Yes, I'm pressing 1. Play. Oh, it's crashed. Brilliant. That's what we like. What's on the tape at its best? At its finest. Its finest moments are when it crashes. When it crashes. Okay, let's go for it. So we're on a Wiggler now, which is the one I showed you earlier, which is the marathon version, marathon game, where you kind of run a sort of a worm marathon. It's pretty good actually. I did buy it recently. I'm sure I paid £10 for it. But I couldn't not. It's. I mean, the cover's great. It's got that worm on the front, the hand-drawn pictures on the inside. It's a lovely looking game. Lovely looking game. Wiggler. Wiggler. Now, what's your thoughts then? Where are you at with this? I want the Spectrum to live forever. I want people to be playing it when I'm dead and gone. Hopefully, I'm hoping somebody will still be playing it, or at least remembering it. I actually don't want it to see it in museums. Anybody else got that feeling? I'm a bit annoyed when I see it in a museum. You know, when you go to a place and it's like, yeah, it's the 1980s. Look, there's a ZX Spectrum. I don't know, it's 40 years ago. But still, it's 40 years ago. It doesn't need to be in a museum. It needs to be out, played with. That's what Spectrums are for. This is going really well. This is loading beautifully. Right, let's see if we can find it. See if we can find it on the PlayZX, I think, and we'll go from there. I could try the other tape deck. Let's try the other tape deck. I've actually got the tape obviously sitting nearby, but we'll put it on the tape deck. We'll put it on the other tape deck. We haven't done that for a while. Let's try it. Let's try and load it from the actual thing. Nothing's loaded from the actual tape thus far, but we'll give this one a try. Right. Yes. What was I saying? Yeah, I want them people to still enjoy them. I think the Spectrums were designed to be enjoyed. I think when somebody made the 2600 for Atari, they didn't go. Oh look! I tell you what, let's put it behind glass and let nobody touch it anymore. They were designed to be. Oh, what are you doing? Well, they were designed to be. I put it upside down in the tape, so it finished. They were designed to be played with. That's what they were for. The games machines. They're toys. Well, they weren't toys, but you know the way. All right, that's me being a bit touchy about the subject. But yeah, they were games, weren't they? They were games machines for a lot of the time. There was something to program with. There was something new. I kind of wish that there was the understanding nowadays with. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna go. Let's try and find it on PlayZX. Let's try and find out on PlayZX while we're doing this. I suppose I can always get the tape out if we have to, but I've never tried loading it, so this could be a bit risky. Wiggler. Or Wriggler. There we go. Pirate Computing. Wriggler. 1 minute and whatever else is. It's interesting. Right, here we go. Wriggler, loading it up. Anyway, yeah, I want the Spectrum to last forever. I do want people to still enjoy it. I think that's the thing. I think it would be nice if it was still recognisable, and the inventor that was Sir Clive should definitely have a higher place in British society, in the sense of what he achieved and what he did back in the 80s. I think there's a real importance to what the works that he did with the miniaturization, let alone anything else. He was definitely an inventor. He was not a businessman. I'm gonna argue this case forever. He's definitely an inventor, not a businessman. A businessman builds, wealth. What Sir Clive built was invented new and exciting products. So I will argue forever that he may not be the greatest of businessmen, but he certainly was an inventor, and that's the really important thing. Look at that! It's cool. Look at that worm. It's got fangs for a start off, and he also looks like he's taken a few too many mushrooms. He's had a few mushrooms before he got to the thing. So his eyes are spinning. That's probably why he's racing. So that's what happens. That's what they do. They go around the garden eating your special mushrooms, and then they go worm racing. Have you never seen it in your garden? Yeah, maybe. Anyway, coffee time. More coffee. I've not asked how your week's been, to be honest with you. How are you? How's your week been? You've been busy? You been up to things? I'll tell you why I was late. I've got that as well. That little story to tell you why I'm a little late with this. And this is why this is happening in the middle of the day on a Sunday, and rather than the actual day I normally launch them. There's a reason this is happening here. I've been a bit busy last week, and it's not that I was busy, but yesterday turned into one of those days. One of those days where where Saturday doesn't go exactly the way you plan. It had children drop-offs and collection of things and pick up children again and phone calls because you need to sort something urgently because of waterlogged fields. Now the waterlogged fields is not a particularly long story, but basically I was supporting a county or a county fair, a show with Wi-Fi broadband to the place. Got it all tested, needed some generators, got it all set up to go, but it was always in the question whether or not the place would be too waterlogged And of course we support the website as well. So I got a phone call very first thing on Saturday morning just saying it wasn't happening, unfortunately. So I had to help get the website sorted and a few other things. It was a very busy morning instead of actually just being a normal sort of lazy Saturday morning where I would do a little bit of editing and whatever else is before building myself up to the joy that is what's on the tape, the pure joy of turning a Spectrum on and firing it back up again. But of course, soon you'll have the Spectrum, which you'll be able to fire up and put on your favourite game. Look and play Hungry Horace, play Horace and the Spiders. I've got a lot of Horace on my head at the moment, to be honest with you. I'm just thinking about back to that stupid thing with the Horace, whatever else is. Anyway, you know, your old Codemasters games as well, of course. Get them fired. Well, no, actually can't do Codemasters. All right, everything bar the Codemasters games is fair game, realistically. A lot of these people out there have since given the rights for their games to be played free. No longer, you know, a costing thing. I think that if I was Codemasters, I would be contacting, you know, the firms. And literally, I know it's EA now. That's the problem. It's EA. Yeah, I can't. It'll never happen. But if I was Codemasters and I had a back catalogue with Spectrum games, I would batch them into 10s or something like that, and I would sell them for a $5 on Steam, and let people play them from Steam, you know, with an emulator that works. And I would do all the versions of it. I would do, you know, the Amstrad, the Spectrum, the Commodore version, the Atari version. And I'd either batch them all together in a one, or I'd do them batches for whatever it is, for whatever company it was, and just do, you know, whatever brand you liked, so you could play them. I genuinely think that's what we should do. But anyway, keyboard 2, I think. QA, OP, and M. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Look at ya, look at ya. Coffee's gone. Right, let's get into this. Let's do some racing. Go. And we're off. Look how great those graphics are. I'm not sure which one I am, but I'm one of the ones in the back. We've got to outrace the other ones. It's dangerous stuff. It's bug racing. That's me going up. The other one went a different direction. I'm going this way. I'm trying to outrun the bugs. It's bug racing. We're on it. It's awesome, isn't it? Look at the graphics. They're cool. And the bug moves so... The worms move so well. Which way do we go now? Up. Oh. I'm going. I'm not in the lead yet. Look at this. Look at it. It's brilliant. This is a good game. It's well worth having. Bug racing. I'm going for it. I'm trying to outrun them. So far, it's not going well. We're not ahead of them. I don't know what happened to the other one though. The other one just disappeared, didn't they? Outrun the bugs. I suppose if you did a map of it, you might be able to. Oh, health low. Those two bugs there. Oh, bugs. Sorry, worms. I'm dead. Damn. I'm a dead worm. That's not what I wanted. I like it so it's got a skeleton inside of it. I didn't think of a worm having a skeleton inside of it, though. Diddle-oo. I'm going. I need to keep chasing them, though, because I don't know which way I'm going otherwise. Oh, damn. Which way have they gone? Oh, this way, I'm guessing. Oh, it's gone up. They've gone up. They've gone up. They've gone up. I picked up that. I've got anti. Oh, I've got anti-spray. You've got picked up spray. Yeah, that's the one that went the wrong direction earlier. He's caught up with us now. I've got ant spray now, so that means I can protect sugar. I didn't run out of energy because the ant spray kills you. Brilliant. So I dropped the ant spray and killed myself. It's a very long, loud load. Long, loud death sequence. Oh no, now I don't know which way I'm going. This is the one thing about this. Don't know the map. I'm gonna go assume it's this way. Oh, it's a tapeworm. Ugh. I'm assuming it's a tapeworm. It looks disgusting, whatever it is. Hey, killed him! Killed him with the ant spray for 40 points. Oh, which way would they have gone? Down or the middle? Middle. This is awkward because I don't know which way we're going. There's a man pointing that direction. This is the problem with this game is once you've lost the unless you know the route, which by the way it doesn't tell you. Once you've lost the route, you're a bit stuffed. There's a cake there. I'm gonna go eat the cake. Iced bun. I've eaten the iced bun. We're powered up. There's a man pointing. I think we've gone the wrong way now. Yeah, I don't know how to win the race though. It's because of race as well. But once you've lost them, that's it. You're stuck, aren't you? Look at that. I'm amazing wiggle. Oh, I've gone the wrong way here. Damn. Wiggler though, cracking game. Even if you don't know which way you're going, it's still a good game. I still think it's good. I still think it's worth playing. Got to race the bugs. Right. Anyway, come on. Let's get on with the last one, just so you can get away and I can get my lunch on, because it's been a long day and we really want you really want to watch this and I really want to get it out so you can all watch it. So this is Booty. I love Booty. Moonlight Madness is also by the same developer, and it is also a cracking game. Bubble Bus, I think it is. Well worth owning a copy of it. If you can find the double jeweled version of Bubble Bus's release of Moonlight Madness, you're doing well. Because it's really rare. It's really uncommon. I don't like the use of the word rare, but there are quite a lot of uncommon games in the world. And the Bubble Bus one version of Moonlight Madness is quite uncommon. I think it's probably gonna cost you £50 to £60 just to get hold of a copy of that easily, maybe more. It's one of those things that ends up usually being auctioned on sort of Facebook groups that do these things. I'm getting a little annoyed with the old eBay front of it. They are very expensive on eBay. It's not very good. Now, if you load this with one of them current speech things in it, it loads with a different game. How cool is that? I mean, back in the day, we knew how to do Easter eggs, didn't we? We did do Easter eggs. This is one of the few early games that I purchased. I bought the white label version of this. It had the picture on the front. Now, I'm a big believer in that. If you had the capacity to do it, you should have done it. You should have done the colours and all the other bits and pieces. And of course, it hasn't loading because that would be too much to ask. Let's see if I can find it on PlayZX, because we might as well do that. Everything else is loaded off PlayZX. Let's load Booty off PlayZX as well. But I'm a big believer in that if you have the colours on the spectrum to do it, that you should go for it. You know, you should go the whole hog. And Booty's one of those games where there's plenty of colours, plenty of bright and lovely things happening. It is a fantastic game. So much fun, so good. It's such a nice, simple concept. Bit hard with some of the little quirks of the programming, but it's good. It's a great game. I like it. I enjoy playing this one. It's just one of the ones that was nicked by what's that fella who used to do all of the copying of everybody's games. He did a version of Castle Doom called I Have No Body. Basically took the code and just re-edited it with his own graphics. I suppose back in the day, if you knew enough to load them that way and then re-edit them, then I guess you could get away with it. I mean, that took a whole new level of piracy, maybe cloning. I took it to a whole new level. There's plenty of cloning that went on in the 80s and 90s. A lot of things were cloned. A lot of the public domain games and shareware games that you used to get for, and that's another thing. I remember public domain and shareware games. There was lots of those back in the day. Nowadays you just get demos, but back in the day you'd get a shareware game and then you'd write to the company, you'd send your postal order for $10.99 and they would send you back a code, and then the code would unlock your version of it, and then of course everybody then gave the code out all over the place, which is totally wrong. But anyway, that's what they used to do. So there was quite a few public domain things. You used to be able to buy them in computer stores. There'd be like a little box at the front where it would have public domain games, or public domain stuff. So applications were absolutely 100% free, and they were put on these things, and they used to stick on the edge of them virus free on these discs. I used to get those. I used to like collecting those up. I used to have lots of public domain stuff. I actually have almost all of my floppy drive discs, or copies of my floppy disks, stored on my little server at home, and it's stored on there just because. Well, why not? I wanted to keep the history that went with it. I basically have everything since 1989 PC related, because that's when I started using PCs in a heavy way. So everything from 1989 onwards, which was on PC, I've still got. It's weird, isn't it, to think that it goes back that far. It's hilarious though, because I got I do a scan, antivirus scan. And he reckons that some of my old files have got viruses in. I know for a fact they don't, but it's overzealously reading the way that the code was saved from back then to now, and it's going, no, you've got viri, but no viruses, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's weird. So Firebird though. The white label range, probably one of the easiest ones to collect. It's only got about 50 games within it. Very easy to collect. I do have a full complete collection of white label games. I was quite pleased to actually have them. It's very easy to do. If you want more of the higher level stuff, the sort of coloured ones and all that, where they redid the packaging and whatever else, it's from the white label with a screenshot in the middle. You have to. There's a lot more of those. There's also a lot more of the double dual cases that they did as well. So there is a limit to where I've gone to. I think I'm probably pretty close with all the rest of the stuff, but not all the way there. As I say, this is a really weird one. This is British Telecom again. Being involved in something and then bailing out when it got rich. Would I still say it's rich now? It would be if you did it right. That's the thing. The gaming industry would still be extremely rich. Those expensive companies wouldn't be worrying themselves. I mean, poor Sony at the moment. I say poor Sony. Poor multi-billion-dollar company Sony. Taking context here. They're struggling at the moment with they've released a game called Concord, and I bet nobody here knows what Concord is. Yeah, exactly. So nobody knows what Concord is, and basically Concord is Overwatch, but with equality and diversity involved. So all of the characters are fat, and I don't mean that in a nasty way, but that's what it is. Yeah, as far as I can see, it's a reasonable looking game, but there's currently like 600 people playing on a game that was taken 7 years to develop, costs hundreds of millions of dollars, and there's 700 people playing on launch. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Terrible. Not good. Right. 5 to find the keys. I want left, right, up, down. There we go. And enters rooms. 0 start. So, I've got the blooming keys thrown around, you idiot. So we try to collect all the booty in the rooms, and that happens every time you get one that's close to the wall and you can't run away from it in time because they're sometimes booby trapped. Okay, collect the booty. Oh, I've got key 2. So the keys open the doors. They're all up the levels. I need key 6 to open where he is. Then gets key 1. And then open that door. And then I need to get him to go. I think I have to be behind him, to be honest. They did. Somebody made this recently, which is cool. But yeah, they did. They remade it. That's key 1. Up we go. I like the music as well, even though it plays continually. And I'm dead because of the bomb. Now that that's open, there'll be a little dicky bird that flies across occasionally. A parrot. Dicky bird. It's a pirate's parrot. I did like this game. I like how brightly coloured it is, as I say. And the screenshot was just brilliant because it kind of went... Made you want... Right. Made you want to just keep playing. I haven't played this in ages. You can't fall, obviously. I've got door key 3. Yeah, I need to sort out the bottom ones to get somewhere else. This is the screenshot, I think, for the front of the cover. There we go. Oh, and of course you die, you go right back to the beginning, which is a bit awesome in the way they do things. I think, no, maybe wrong screen, maybe it's the next one. So I think it tells you the number of bits of treasure left to collect at the bottom of the screen. This is the one, that's the screenshot. Look at it, how good is that? Look at that. No wonder I wanted to buy it. Look at how great that screen looks. Those bright reds and the yellows and all the other stuff that goes with it. It's just brilliant. It's a great game. It still holds up today in my mind. Oh, died. But it still holds up today in my mind. I think it's a great game. I still think it's worth playing. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And let me know if you're going to buy the Spectrum as well. I'll see you later. Bye-bye now.
Hi, I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is What's in the Tape. The tape? I've forgotten what it's called. Hang on, try it again.